And I'm just... Hello, testing, testing. Do you read? Do you copy? Vic, are you there? Vic, do you read me? Pooby! Hello, Pooby. How are you doing? Can you hear me? Is everything okay? Does the video look good? Does the audio sound good? Perfect. Love it. Love it. Ah, new paint. The Valencia Street bike lane is coming along. Pretty soon we'll have turn boxes. What's up, OG? How you doing today? Hello, Bi-Curious. Mods chat. How is everybody? Happy Sunday, fun day Sunday. Hey, California boy, how you doing today? A tall shade. How are you doing today? Welcome. What? You have a sick parrot emote. Is that a reference to the paragraphs of parrots of Telegraph Hill? Paragraphs of Telegraph's Hill? Paragraphs of Tellet Hill? I'm done now. NASCAR Night. Hi, welcome back. Is it cooler there? Because it was 105 degrees in Sacramento yesterday. Ooh, brutal. It is. It just barely touched 70 here yesterday. So, it's been pretty nice. What's up, Pooby? Poober with that Twitch Prime 30 months sub. It's great to have you as a crewmate. Thank you, Pooby. It is 90 here, and I was not ready. Ooh, yeah, 90 is too hot. It can be. All right. Feels good to be out riding today. I went for a ride on Friday, but yesterday was a transit adventure. Ah, the headwind. Doing great, just chilling, watching Twitch. How are you? I'm glad to hear that, OG. Things are great. I'm enjoying myself. It is a cold and foggy day here in San Francisco. The wind is howling. It's one of those, it's like summer, you know? It's summer here. Ooh, NASCAR Nat. Yeah, that's brutal. What's up, Angvid? How are you doing today? Welcome. The stream keeps freezing and cutting out. Is anybody else experiencing this? It's better now. Huh. Looks like I'm running on 2 modems. Okay, well, not my problem. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate the feedback also, California boy. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to San Francisco, California. We have a fun plan in store for today. We're going to see what happens. I'll take the clouds over heat. Yeah, I think a lot of people feel that way. I tend to agree. I really, the heat destroys me. I do need sun during the day sometimes, most of the time. as often as possible. So when it's really like cold and foggy for a whole month during the summer, that bugs me. That gets me down a bit. Not a big fan of that. But we had a few days in this, actually we had a bunch of days in the 70s over the last 2 weeks, which is pretty unusual for San Francisco. So I'll take it. The coldest winter I ever had was a summer in San Francisco. That's so accurate. Hello, Not Just Bikes, how are you doing? Everybody, if you don't know Not Just Bikes, make sure to go give him a follow on his Twitch. Go check him out on his YouTube channel. He's a fellow enjoyer of cities and bicycles, and he's got great content. You could just go to another neighborhood. It'll be sunny there. It's always interesting how different the neighborhoods are in San Francisco. It really is. Although, to be fair, we were in the Mission, which is officially the warmest neighborhood of San Francisco. And it's still cold. Well, it's not that cold. Everybody, in case you're wondering what we're up to today, well, we're heading downtown. And hey, look, a little patch of sun. Downtown also tends to be pretty warm. Maybe we'll get some sun while we're out. I would live there. Here? Yeah, oh, in the Mission? Which is the coolest? I would live there. Oh, which neighborhood? Either the Sunset or the Richmond, and I can just tell Pooper, you're not gonna drive with the Sunset. There's too many cars. You're gonna like the Richmond more. So you should live out there. It's also, the Richmond was like USA Today's #1 neighborhood in America like last year or something. And I rode through there on Friday, and you know what? It was hopping. There was stuff going on. I've never been like a Richmond booster, promoter, but it looks good. It looks fun. Maybe we could do a stream out there. Had a nice bike ride yesterday from Lake Merritt to Berkeley. Then went from Embarcadero BART to Union Street Fair. Oh, sick. I saw some videos of the Union Street Fair on the gram. It looked fun. That sounds like a super nice car-free adventure. I love living in the Richmond district. I lived in inner and outer Richmond. Always easy to get around everywhere. Heck yeah. What's up, Trex Giggles? How are you doing? Welcome. I like the inner Sunset. Hi, I'm new here. Hi, Trex. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. I am the disembodied voice behind the camera, aka Bike Curious. We have a little time. I can wave. Hi. Oh, we have a new follower. Mach 8. Thank you so much for that follow. Welcome to the Curious Crew. It's good to have you. Welcome to San Francisco, California. We are here today riding towards downtown San Francisco. Today's adventure is the Transamerica Pyramid. I've never been inside the Transamerica Pyramid before, and definitely not somewhere we've been on stream before. But it was fairly recently the renovations of the tower were completed, and it was beautiful. They put like hundreds of millions of dollars into renovating this building, and I think there's a lot of really cool and beautiful stuff to check out, including the Transamerica Pyramid time capsule, which is on our agenda list for today. Richmond, do they have any nice bike lanes there? They have a lot of slow streets. Sunday Night Sushi, what's up? I went riding around looking for dead whales. None were found. I'm glad to hear that. I purchased some Meta Ray-Bans so I can take pictures on my bike rides. if you want a third-person perspective, I know how to do it. I lived in Russian Hill when I first moved to San Francisco to live with my girlfriend at the time, and it was a wonderful experience. Yeah, Russian Hill is very beautiful and fancy. My favorite, the Marquette Van Ness bike lane shuffle, never terrifying. Yeah, that person behind me, I was messing with the camera when the light turned green, so it's kind of on me. But yeah, they felt very eager to get in front of me. I also want to feed the AI machine more quickly so we could just get it over with. Yeah, good for you. Oh, some live music. Oh, they're playing some blues over there. My ex-mother-in-law worked there in the 70s. I don't know how tall it is. It is San Francisco's second tallest building behind Salesforce Tower. I hear music. What is that? That was the live band. They were just playing music in the cafe back there. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. These are words of wisdom. Is that what it is? Let it be. Let it be. My mom plays it on piano. Blues music is better than shouting evangelists. Yeah, well, you know, there is free speech here. So you never know what you're going to get. What bike are you using today? You can use !bike if you're curious. I'm on my Le Petit Porteur. Our e-bike is actually down for the count right now. It was out of commission for repairs last week because it popped 4 spokes, or maybe 5. I don't know. The rear wheel broke a bunch of spokes, and I'm sure that some of them have been broken for a while, but 2 of them broke all at once, and then that's how we noticed. So we got the wheel rebuilt, and then I went to put the wheel back on the bike, and it's just so hard to do. Friggin' hydraulic brakes. I don't want to get into it. And I just need to get it back to the shop so I can give it a full tune-up, because it's a little messed up right now. It still needs some love. You know, with a new wheel, you can't just throw it on there and expect it all to work. It's got to be dialed in. So I just need to ride it over to the shop, but it doesn't have a rear wheel right now. So I got to fix that. I got to solve that problem. I mean, with all the suffering in the world, Mother Mary should appear to Paul McCartney. Factual. Which is taller, the Transamerica pyramid or the Bass Pro Shop pyramid? I don't know. If someone in chat wants to look that up, I'm curious too. Was Bike pretty taking off jumps? I don't know. She rides it every Monday with Valentine, and I have no idea what they get up to. Bikes are difficult to ride without a rear wheel. Yeah, it's like if the front wheel broke, it would be easier to move. Like I could hitch it up to another bike and move it, but with only the rear wheel, or with only the front wheel, with the rear wheel out of commission, I got nothing. So now it's an e-unicycle. Yeah, it's an EUC. You're right. Although, no, it's actually not even an EUC because the electric motor is only hooked up to the rear wheel. And without a rear wheel, I would say that that's no longer an electric vehicle. So it's just a regular unicycle. Well, I guess it's not a regular unicycle, but it is just a unicycle. Still thinking about the guy riding 2 scooters at once. Yeah, that was so ridiculous. That guy is a very talented individual. I don't know if y'all saw, but I did make a short form video out of that. Just a real quick one with a silly caption. But it is funny. And every once in a while I go look at it and it makes me laugh. Oh, I didn't see that. Yeah, you gotta go check it out, Ingvid. It's on my Instagram, my TikTok, and my what's the other platform? YouTube. I invest a lot in all of the platforms. I love them all equally. They're all my children. Just for the record. Oh, hello, pedestrians. I think one was an arena at its prior use. I forget what that was in reference to now. One of these days, I'm going to figure out how to be a streamer. One of these days. We're almost there. I think we just needed to make a left on Kearney up here. I feel so strong. I think it must be because I have a tailwind. Alright, we need to make a left here. We're gonna do a little crosswalk magic. Pardonnez-moi. Oui. I just barely weaved you all through there, chat. Did it stress you out? Sometimes that kind of thing stresses you out. These buildings look so unreal to me. I mean, technically, you are looking at them. It's like a "ce n'est pas un pipe" situation. Ce n'est pas une maison. Maison. That's the best I can do. Hannah's, thank you so much for that follow. Welcome to the Curious Crew. It's good to have you. Welcome to San Francisco, California. We are in downtown San Francisco right now. I am John, the disembodied voice behind the camera, and we are on our way to San Francisco's second tallest building, the Transamerica Pyramid. It was the tallest until Salesforce Tower was completed sometime in the 2010s, 20-teens. And I'm excited because I've never been there before, never been inside, and never been there with chat. It's a new stream location, so we'll see what's up. Plus, they just finished well, not just, but a few months ago, half a year ago, I don't know. They finished a massive renovation project of the building and created all kinds of spaces for us to explore, which I'm excited for. One word of caution to you, chat. Don't get your hopes up on going inside. It's not a guarantee that we're allowed to film in there. I'm hoping so. They've got a little museum type thing on the first floor that is supposedly open to the public every day. But I just don't know if they'll let us film, so we'll see what we can see. I'm hoping that we get to see the time capsule. I think that'll be cool. I went years ago. I remember being only allowed on the first floor. Yep, I think that's still the same. In order to get up off the first floor, you need to have an appointment with one of the businesses. We're just gonna cruise up Kearney here. Not my favorite biking street, obviously, but thankfully we can just move at the pace of traffic. Just tell them you're a big thing on the internet. I'll try that. Alright, I think we have a right-hander coming up somewhere. Is that car to the left self-driving? Yes, there was a murder bot directly to our left. think it's up here. Oh, there goes the camera. Moving around. Ah, there it is. There's the pyramid. I see it. Why'd that happen? Why did I go offline? Are we going inside the pyramid? That's the plan. That's the plan, but I don't know what they're gonna do. I didn't like, it's better to do now and ask forgiveness later, you know what I mean? I didn't want to email them only for them to tell me that I can't go inside. I'd rather just show up and go inside. And then if they don't want me there, they can ask me to leave. They've done that many times before. There it is, chat. We made it to the Transamerica pyramid. It is directly in front of us right now. That's it right there. That's the base. Let's see. That's where we're going. That is the Transamerica pyramid. But there's all kinds of stuff just on the outside too. There's a brand new Redwood Grove Park that they built, and we're gonna find out where the bike parking is. We're gonna check that out, and at the end of our explorations, we'll go inside and we'll see what we can see. All right, let's figure out where the best place is to lock up. I wonder if there's a spot near where the security guards can see. Also, hello Dynamite Twins, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Everybody, if you don't know the Dynamite Twins, they are IRL live streamers out of New York, New York. And they're great, super fun, super full of energy, always out exploring and sharing the best parts of New York with their viewers. So if you don't already, make sure to hit that follow button, give them a follow, go check out their stream. Really, no bike parking around the building here at all? There's gotta be some somewhere. I'm so excited to see this. Don't get too excited. We don't know if we can go in. I warned you. This park is supposed to be open now too. Oh, I wonder if I can lock my bike inside the park. That would be pretty cool. 'Cause I want to switch to handheld mode, because I feel like my footage is always better. I don't see anywhere to lock up though. What the heck? This is just a sneak preview, chat. I'm just giving away the best parts. They have the Empire State Building. Yeah, New York has everything. The Transamerica Pyramid is kind of the only thing we have. That's not true. We have the Golden Gate Bridge. One of the most globally recognizable landmarks. Wow, that fountain's cool. If only I had a spot to lock up my bicycle. Michael, will we see mummies inside? Hopefully. I was told there would be mummies. We'll see though. Oh, there's the spot. It's not as close to where the Transamerica Pyramid security is as I would like. Yeah, okay, we'll go over here. Alright, chat, I'm gonna need someone to come here and guard my bike while we're inside. Thanks. You have a ton of giant trees. We do. We have redwoods, among other things. And yeah, we got some great nature. That's definitely one of the things that sets San Francisco apart. All right. Now we lock in. You can't actually see the pyramid. Speaking of tall trees, look, you can't actually even see the Transamerica Pyramid because look, it's just redwood trees. It's all redwood trees. That's what those are behind me here. Pretty sick, actually. It seems like we need to tell Transamerica building staff that they need bike parking. I would like to give them that feedback. Maybe that's what we should do, is ask them where they put it. Excuse me, where is your best bike parking? If you could please tell me where that is, that would be wonderful. They'd be like, oh, we don't have bike parking. And I'll be like, oh, maybe you should. Maybe we should have taken transit here, chat. Maybe it's our fault. Whoops. Or specifically my fault. It's my fault, chat. There we go. Locky. Fabulous jacket you got. Where is it from? Hey, RKH Awesome. Thank you very much. This jacket is from Classic Rock Couture. It's a brand out of Arizona, which if you know, this is like an Arizona symbol. Apparently, I didn't actually know that, but it is. And that's how it works. When I see that building, it makes me think of the film Invasion of the Body Snatchers, featured a lot in the background. That is funny. What else do we got going on? They might have employee bike parking, which loosens the requirement for on-street racks. That is exactly what I was thinking. They'll be taller than the building one day. Maybe. Okay. A great film? Oh, nice. I always love watching films that feature San Francisco, because I get to be like, oh, I know that spot. Oh, I know that spot. It's always fun. I don't want to have to carry my water with me the whole time, so I'll just drink a little right now. One in chat if I should keep wearing my helmet. One in chat if I should keep wearing my helmet. 0 in chat if I should take it off. 0 in chat if I take my helmet off. 1 in chat if I leave it on. Let's see what y'all think. 2. Zero. I used 0 because it's like it's no helmet. You know what I mean? 0 is like none. 0 helmets. Or maybe the question is how many helmets should I wear? Your answers are 0 through 2. All right, we're leaving the helmet on, chat. We're gonna be nerds. Helmet nerds. All right, I'm gonna disconnect you here in a second. If someone in chat could please remind me to hit record, that would be wonderful. And we have also... I did it. I hit record. Don't worry, chat. I hit record. How many helmets? I'm going to take this off the bike. And of course, I will use my locking trunk to hold all of my valuables. Take the key. Oh, don't show you the key. Take the key with me. But I have to put it on my keychain. We did it. Okay. Don't forget the iPad. Too many cars around for no helmet, even if a helmet doesn't do much versus a car. Good point. There's too many cars here. Well, chat, welcome. We are at the Transamerica Pyramid here, and I guess I should start with some establishing shots. We can take a look at what the pyramid looks like from down here at the base, and then we're gonna walk around in this beautiful park that we kind of already rode through a little bit. We're gonna explore, and finally we're gonna go inside the pyramid into the lobby area. They have a time capsule that is on display for the public. We're gonna check that out. So I'm very excited. So let's get walking. Infinite helmets. Remember to hit record. Yay, thank you. All right. So here's the Transamerica Pyramid. I think we're gonna, oh, look at with the fog and everything. It looks so cool. Wow. Classic. What a sick looking structure. I think we're gonna learn a lot about the Transamerica Pyramid today. I don't know a ton about it, but one thing I do know is that Transamerica, the company that built it, had a penchant for the spectacle, you know what I mean? And I think the building design itself, being a pyramid, isn't very economical because you take up a lot of ground space, but then you don't have a lot of floor space that you can rent towards the top of the building. So it's really honestly a demonstration of just how much money this company had when they built it. So much money. That's not fog, that's pollution. That's Carl. So then there's all these nice little indoor spots here. And I kind of like the ceiling. Wow. Cool. And look, they've got all these nice little areas that you can kind of hang out in under here. They've got trees growing in here. And all this garden. Look, there's places to sit. Like, wow, this is actually pretty excellent. It's Fog of War. That's accurate. Carl, the Fog of War. Look how fancy these are. Look, shiny granite tables. And look, all those little tables have these little plants here. Is it real? Let's see. It's hard to tell. I think it might be real. Is there an observation deck at the top? Not to my knowledge. I don't think you can go above the first floor unless you have an appointment in the building, which isn't impossible to get. This like lattice structure is so cool. You can, it's kind of even, I like how the kind of pyramid shape is reflected even in the foundation of the building all the way to the bottom. And with these legs here, it almost feels like you're kind of walking through a forest, you know? It's got like a forest vibe. Here's what I should do. Let's do, if I stand here, yeah. I really like that shot. The top floor must be very cheap. Not much square footage. Yeah, that's why the Bike Curious headquarters is going to be put there. It's going to be rad. I'm loving these camera angles already. I think it's such an iconic building to shoot. Chronicle has done articles on the top. You need to be somebody to be at the top. Very small room they used to change the light bulb on top, I think. There you go. If only we were somebody, chat. If only we were somebody. Maybe next time. All right, and look, you can see that they have more of that nice seating over here. And it looks like it's just open to the public. Like, you can come here and check this out. It's cool how much, like, symmetry there is in the structure, you know? And look how fancy it looks inside. Look, we're just creepers hanging out on the outside out here. Should we sit in the couch? Probably, right? Oh, look, another one of these cool, like, plant thingies. You could zen out here. Are you ready to feel hella zen, chat? Top floor is the janitor's closet. Yep, just chilling. Reading my book. It's a very good book. That's for the shorts, you know. Every time I like look away from the camera and just kind of look around, I'm not really looking at anything in particular. I'm just trying to get footage. I like it. Let's take it. All right, Admiral. I'll grab it right now. Thank you very much. I kind of like, I'm looking through this little like corner here. Oh no. I'm gonna go like this. Nope. Like, I like this little shot through here, you know? There's something to it. I don't know. There's something cool about how it gets framed. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. The cafe inside makes great espresso. It didn't look like it was open. They have like a very fancy looking espresso machine though. Look, and I love these trees are great. Like smells like a tree. I love the trees though. There's so much kind of plant life going on inside the building, which is so cool. Super Careless, thank you so much for that follow. Welcome to the Curious Crew. It's good to have you. Welcome to San Francisco, California. We are at the Transamerica Pyramid right now. We're walking around exploring today, seeing what is on offer. And hopefully, we're going to be able to go inside on the ground floor. There is a time capsule that was opened up when the Transamerica Pyramid was refurbished, which I think was completed last year in 2024. And we're going to check that out. Oh, cool. That's a neat shot. You kind of get it kind of almost feels like the building extends into infinity. The way it goes up at an angle like that. It's kind of cool. Is the Salesforce Tower interesting? Salesforce Park is awesome. I really enjoy it. We've done Salesforce Park on stream once before, but I would totally be down to do that. And I don't think that we're going to fill the whole stream today with Transamerica Pyramid, especially if we get kicked out. Oh, wow, look at that. I was loving the lighting. Yeah, I don't know. I just felt inspired by that lighting. I thought it looked cool. Maybe. Yeah, but anyway, there's a chance we get kicked out. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm hoping that we'll get inside, but you never know, you know? This is live. This is what it's like to be live. All right, so the next thing I wanted to check out was here, the Transamerica Redwood Park. Provided for the enjoyment of our employees, tenants, and friends. Chat, are we a friend? Are we a friend of the Transamerica Pyramid? I sure hope so. And you can look and see all these trees here. These are redwood trees, which are classic California foliage. Some of the largest trees in the world are redwoods, and some of the trees here are quite large themselves. Bikel, what's up, Bick? How are you doing? What's up? Oh, so you can kind of see, there's the pyramid behind me right now. And we're just strolling through the park here. I like it. These benches are nice too. They're like, they spared no expense on this, but like, look, the color of the wood like matches the redwood trees. It's pretty wild. Let's get in close to a tree. Oh, chat, should we hug a tree? Probably, right? Let's hug a tree. Do you think we're getting kicked out for this? You need to be able to see this arm, so I gotta... Just cuddle the tree, chat. Whoops, I just stepped on a plant. Sorry, grass. Oh, wow, look at the trees here. So cool. That's for the trees watching. If the world ended and humans disappeared, imagine those trees growing into giant redwoods and covering that area. I know, right? I love that thought. Oh, look, they have a ping pong table over here. There's a kid playing, so I won't film. Look, they've got some art over here. What an unnatural pose. Is that a deer? It's like looking this way, but I don't want to film its butt too much. So they kind of got me there. All right, let's do the traditional knock. Yep, that's solid. Look at all the detail and stuff in the antlers too. Like you can really see the marks where the artist was working the metal, which I think is pretty cool. Or working something. Maybe it was like a clay cast or something like that. Pretty cool. There's your bike rack. Oh, there's a bike rack? Or were you just trolling? Chat, security's following me around right now. She showed up over there. Don't tell her what we're up to. Alright, and this fountain. This is really cool. I like this a lot. It's just like kind of open here. It almost feels like it's a little portal into nature. You know, that like opened up in the ground? Security probably has the bike secrets. Yeah, I guarantee that. Look at the views. So pretty here. It really feels like we're in nature. Even though we're in the densest part of the city. Feels like a natural geyser. It really does. Here, let's go over here. And we'll do a little panning shot. Very cool. I also really like, my camera's probably not the best to film this, but I really like this building here with all the rainbow colored windows and stuff. That's pretty cool looking. I like the way it kind of blends in with the rest of the scenery. Let's see if we can get low. Random Memory Man. Thank you so much for that follow. Welcome to the Curious Crew. It's good to have you. Welcome to San Francisco, California. We are at the Transamerica Pyramid right now, exploring the Transamerica Redwood Park. Is that what they call it? And just checking out all the nice little details in this park and all the cool things that they have put here for us to explore. We're hoping that in a little bit, we'll be able to go into the Transamerica Pyramid and check out their time capsule. Nature, more like nature. It is quite neat. This month and every month, happy Pride. Thanks, Shadowbender. Friendly Creative Seal. Thank you so much for that follow. Welcome to the Curious Crew. It's good to have you. Welcome to San Francisco, California. And I came over here because on this window here, they just have like this massive photo of the Transamerica Pyramid, which is actually great because I don't have drone footage of it. So there's no other way to get this shot of it here. But this is what it looks like if we were able to see it in full. It does have a bit of an unfortunate seam in the photo right there. But that's part of it there. And then, oh, this is a really cool picture. So this is just the top section of the Transamerica Pyramid, but you can see, there's a lot of reflection, but you can see there the Bay Bridge. So this photo was taken at just the right angle so that the Bay Bridge was caught in the background. And if you look closely here, you can actually see there's a San Francisco Bay Ferry in the background. So all this like black you see, well, there's me, hi. All the black is the bay. And also, look, through the gate here, there's my bike. Hello, bike. It's all locked up. Ain't no one touching that bike. Because chat's got an eye on it. Oh, I know from GTA. Feels like I've been there. That's awesome, Mr. Manifon. Your setup is lacking that bike from ET for the aerial shots. Yeah, I guess I need that, huh? Look, she's totally following me. That's the security guard. They got their eye on me. This is what happens when the curious crew shows up. We're up to no good, you know? Good for us. They've got some kind of like, so it looks like if you came here and got some food, there's a nice spot to kind of chill and eat over here. And there's more kind of tables and chairs over here. And there's like little games too. This is kind of fun. Like, look, a ping pong table. So if you like to ping and or pong, you can do both on this table. And they've got like a bunch of like spots you could chill out and hang out here. Oh, and it looks like maybe sometimes they must have events or something. Because this over here. Now that's a beautiful shot with your bike in it. Thank you. Yeah, look, they've set up a little bar here. So they must do like events out here sometimes. They serve drinks. Guests can hang out here and mingle. And then there's actually like a stage over here, which is really cool. Let's go check that out real quick. Oh wait, while we're here. Canadian geese. Why are they allowed here? Oh, and look, if you line it up just right, you can see all three of the animals kind of right here. Oh, security's getting in my shot. She's not that fixated on me. I like that. Ooh, this looks inviting. Yeah, it really does. All right, and check this out. This like stage here is really cool. They kind of built it with the trees coming out of the center of it. I'm not allowed on there right now, so I won't. But you can see the trees just grow right up out of the stage. Very cool. She was tipped off about the Curious Crew by the Waymo security guard. Ah, I should have known. Friggin' Kevin. All right, and then, oh, this is a cool shot here. Let's do this. Check this out, chat. I love seeing the fog like wrapping around the building. It's so cool looking. I really do like how the redwoods kind of mimic the building, you know? Really, really wonderful space to check out here. So I'm gonna walk out the gate here, and I'll get you the name of the park here again in a sec because I forget. Uh-oh, she's got the button out. What's the button? Put a traffic cone on her head. Just like a self-driving car. Yeah, I like that shot. Oh, Trex, thank you. I will try to include that in my short form video. Looks like a building from Stargate. Cool. What a beautiful spot to walk around. So that is the Transamerica Redwood Park. That is open to the public, although I think it's It is 7 days a week, but only from sunrise to sunset. So it's not a place you're going to go on your night rides. Nature mimicking art or art mimicking nature? Definitely art mimicking nature. Well, but then again, is it nature? It's just art mimicking art, huh? Is that hoteling? Hoteling Alley? I think it is. All right, chat. So now is our big moment. We're going to see if we can get inside. And something tells me they're not going to be too happy about us, but we'll find out. Let's find out. I'm just going to be low key, you know. I've just got a camera, and we're going to film some social media content. It's no big deal. Artificial, yeah. Not official, but official. All right. So I don't know if they're going to let us in. I really hope that they let us go over to the time capsule because I am very curious to check it out. And on the website, it did say that the time capsule is open to the public every single day, like for some hours up until 5 p.m. or something like that. So I hope so. We'll check it out. Will I be able to get in is the question. Let's find out. Oh, the door doesn't open. Nope. I read that it was open. Let's double check what I saw on the internet. Time capsule exhibit. No, don't do that. Ugh. Google says it's closed. Where did I read that it was open? I did know that this was a possibility. I didn't expect that the hours I saw posted on the internet to be wrong, though. Yeah, it says daily from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Transamerica Annex is accessible from Washington Street. Oh, okay. The Annex is accessible from Washington Street. Which one is Washington Street? Is that over this one? I'm on Montgomery. Maybe that was that other building we saw. Washington, yeah, that's this way. So how do we get to the Annex? Might have to check a different door, yeah. Did Google tip them off we were coming? Freaking jerks. No, I think that's what we need to do is go to the Annex. We'll find a way in, chat. It says it's open daily, which in my experience means it's open every day. From 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. I think is what it said. The internet lied. Yeah, maybe daily does only mean Monday through Friday. Okay, so there was, maybe it's in the cool rainbow building over here. Maybe that's the Annex. I did see this like path here off the street. Oh, the path is closed. Oh wait, that's not the path. This is the path here. All right, let's see if we can go up this way. Oh, I found it. This is it. We're in. Hello. I was like worried I wasn't going to be able to see the time capsule, but I had to come around back. I can just walk around? Great, thank you so much. All right, we're in. It's dark in here. cool. Wait. Did you see that, chat? We made it. Look at this old map here. Proposed height and bulk districts. Oh, this is a zoning map. Land use bill before Congress. What the heck? After wrestling for more than 5 years with the politically sensitive issue of private property rights, Congress is finally on the verge of approving the first comprehensive national land use control regulation or legislation. Let's see what they tell us about it. But there is kind of dramatic history behind the building of the Transamerica Pyramid. Here's some out of context photos. People in the office, architecture offices, I don't know. Outside voices only, chat. Look, there's literally no labels on the photos at all. Oh, this must be the time capsule right here. I don't want to say stuff that's wrong. But they don't, where's like their plaque where they explain stuff? Oh, whoa, look, here it is. Transamerica Pyramid. SF is made of urban fabric. That is clearly not spandex. She passed the vibe check. They need a bigger sign for it from the street. I think they probably just don't want that many people here. You all get to know, you know what I mean? Greetings. There's a letter here from Joseph L. Alioto. Oh, the mayor of San Francisco. I was just going to say that. 1974. I'm honored that my message will be included in the memorabilia to be sealed in the time capsule of the Transamerica Pyramid. As mayor of the city, I have found satisfaction in the efforts of Transamerica Corporation to remind San Franciscans present and future of the historical significance of this building site on what was the original shore of the city's waterfront and later as the location for a century of the storied Montgomery Block. Very cool. And then I guess this stuff was all in there too. Air check of KNBR, February 12th, 1974. Oh yeah, and then this is dated February 13th. So they must have sealed the time capsule on the 13th or around then. Gordon News Films and Audiovisual Productions, 1557 Pine Street, San Francisco, tallest building. That's pretty funny. Oh, and there's the skyline. There's a lot of reflection. Oh, there you go. That's the Bay Bridge that you're looking at right there with the sun setting behind it. And you can see Transamerica Pyramid is right there. See the Transamerica Pyramid there? Maybe we can get in closer. Oh yeah, there it is. Let's do this shot. Oh look, there's Sutro Tower. And there's me. Can you see me? So they don't have, or wait, there's like a thing written on the wall here. Let's see if there's information there. For one, we felt that the Transamerica Tower should have every beneficial effect on the skyline of San Francisco, which is so famous and so handsome. Okay, well, that's interesting. Is that a mixtape? Yeah, someone put their mixtape in there. It's got the Humpty Hump on it. Back before SF was SF. Well, some people might argue that. These are all like postcards and magazines from the time period. Very cool. It echoed. Oh, look at this cool fashion. I feel like Bike Birdie would wear that. The Moon Rocket Hostess. Oh, and look, here's a cool series of the building's construction. I wonder, it doesn't even have dates on these photos, but you can see what it looked like as it was being built. Is the tape recorder also in the time capsule? I get the feeling that everything that's in this room was in the time capsule. So if you see the tape recorder, then yes. It's mostly just a lot of Transamerica related memorabilia and a little bit of information about the pyramid itself. The pyramid pioneers fire safety. What does that even mean? Fully automatic sprinkler system, two-way voice communication between all public areas, communication center in a command control area underground, pivoted windows for smoke venting, complete shielding of all combustible plastics, double diesel-driven pumps to provide water pressure in case of power failure. Interesting. A technological marvel. Yeah, see, Transamerica hopes $34 million pyramid will give it an image. There were more practical ways to build a building, but the Transamerica Corporation liked to make a splash. The big pour. So they opened the capsule after 50 years. Yeah, I guess that's what it seems like, huh? Let's see, photos, brochures, and news on construction of the Transamerica Pyramid. Construction began in 1969 amid divided public opinions. Site protection fences became creative art and display canvases to engage with residences. The construction process was widely publicized in an ongoing publicity effort. So they're kind of hinting at the story a little bit. Oh, and I think this is really where the tale is like, as with everything in San Francisco that gets built, there is copious feedback from the public. And the public was not into it. Or a lot of the public was not into it. They referred to this as the Manhattanization of San Francisco, like turning downtown San Francisco into a jungle of skyscrapers. And that was not looked upon favorably. Now I think San Franciscans couldn't look at San Francisco without the Transamerica Pyramid, but I don't know. I don't know how everybody feels. Look, the argument on the pyramid building. Artists for pyramid. The San Francisco Pyramid doesn't offend all San Francisco artists. From the moment the design was unveiled, we have felt at last an aesthetic breakthrough in high-rise buildings had been achieved. Oh, wow. Some artists thought it looked really cool. But some artists felt it didn't look very cool. Well, maybe they did think it looked cool because they referred to it as an icicle. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the angle shot. You dig? $34 million with inflation is $202 million now. So apparently the building has appreciated over time then because it was purchased for, I think, $300 million. Save our skyline from the Transamerica Pyramid. In this location, it would be a major planning disaster. It would loom 853 feet, equal to 70 stories, over the old two-story buildings of the Jackson Square area. It would close permanently another of San Francisco's public thoroughfares. Really? It would inevitably begin the tragic walling in of the east side of Nob Hill, of Chinatown, and ultimately the entire Jackson Square North Beach district by totally ignoring the transition status given this area by the city planning department. It will eliminate what is at present a corridor of sun and light between dark canyons of the financial district and low-rise structure of the Jackson Square and North Beach. Its location 7 blocks north of Market Street is contrary to a basic goal of BART, which is to encourage high-density office buildings close to rapid transit. It would cram 2,500 new office workers and their cars into an already highly congested area while providing only 300 new parking spaces. Oh, chat. We cannot build a tower of this size without adequate parking. We absolutely cannot do it. Letters and columns. Opinions written by residents and professionals. The Transamerica Corporation received many letters written directly to the company. Some supported the bold design, while others denounced their corporate ego. The opinion columns of local newspapers became a battleground for the debate. I mean, it is a bit of an ego trip, that's for sure. But ego has created worse things than the Transamerica Pyramid. Dear John, I can see most of your building from my office window and thought I'd tell you what a delightful sight it is. I had my fears and trepidations like everyone else, but really think it is in extremely good taste and represents progress and bold architectural ideas. Not only is it good in and of itself, but it is certainly far better than any of the other monstrosities that have gone up in the area recently. Congratulations. Sincerely yours, Arthur Rock. That's pretty awesome, actually. Oh, of course, Herb Cain's going to get involved. Yeah, where is the bicycle parking? That's a good question. Look, it kind of looks like that still today. It's such a peaceful place to chill. Unless that is today. Maybe these are modern. No, those fashions are too old. Oh, what's this? The time capsule enclosure to be located below floor construction of bar pit, room number 3 of restaurant. 2. General contractor to coordinate with owner on date of placing the time capsule on finishing the floor above. Interesting. So these are the plans for the time capsule. Oh, look, it's dated May 4th, 1973. It shows where the time capsule is going to be placed, but I have no context for this. It looks like this thing here is the time capsule. But what is any of that? Trees have grown tall from the early photos. Yeah, totally. All right, I think we've pretty much explored everything here. Oh, they've got the full contents listed out. We didn't really look at that. It looks like they covered a variety of different categories. Historic, the pyramid announcement, the controversy, letters and columns, construction fence, leasing, construction, saloon, Transamerica, current, more construction stuff. They really crammed it full of everything they could. All right, let's see if there's a little bit more out here. Excuse me. The capsule exhibition. Oh, cool. What are these?
So these are postcards here, just like give you kind of an idea, a montage of what you have experienced.
Oh, okay.
And they're $10. And then we have our poster here, which is $20. Yeah.
This poster here? Oh, very
This
cool.
has a huge collage of everything that you've seen in the exhibit, including an open face of the uh, best cities in San Francisco in terms of 7 cities in one. So
Oh, cool.
Chinatown,
Yeah.
Italy, the Russian Hill, to inner and outer Richmond, and inner and outer Sunset District. Yeah,
That's very cool. A tribute to all the neighborhoods.
absolutely.
Cool. Very neat.
And this is our next exhibit. It's the EMS Institute of Curiosity. So it just portrays all the exquisite furniture design that
Yeah.
Ray and Charles Ems designed within the 10 years of their tenure. And it has all sorts of like ergonomics and the styles of the 60s and 70s. So very controversial time, dating right into post-civil rights movement to the post-Vietnam, and then, getting into the 70s where, it's more the hustle and bustle of the baby boom era.
hmm And when is this one opening?
This one is Saturday, June 7th.
June 7th. Oh, okay. I'll have to come and check it out sometime.
So this week, I believe either Wednesday or Thursday, they're going to be doing a kind of a private event for the opening.
So it's coming.
With their granddaughter, and then the grand opening for the rest of the public, and also our residents on Saturday.
That's very cool. Awesome.
I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
I love interior design. I love furniture.
Yeah.
Like it's no tomorrow.
Very famous furniture designs that the Eames produced, so I'm very excited for that.
You got some companies, like some of the tech companies that kind of brought back the whole 70s, 60s feel, but kind of put it a little modern taste to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little more minimalistic, but it's simple. So.
Yeah, that's very exciting. I'll have to come by and check that out sometime. That'll be free also?
Yes.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Cool.
And then there you will have an opportunity. It's like right on this corner of the diamond. I can have you take a little tiny peek.
Oh, we're getting a sneak peek.
So
Oh my gosh.
So just right in that corner over there, you can purchase any of the EMS Institute books.
Wow.
I don't know exactly the pricing per se, but yeah.
Oh wow, this is going to be so cool. I'll definitely have to come back and check it out while it's
Absolutely.
open.
And you can come by like 100 times. It's probably going to be for 2, maybe 3 months, and then they're going to introduce another exhibition.
Cool.
So I know the Norman Foster one was up in display for like 4 or 5 months. I'm sure of it. Yeah, when I started working here, it was still here for the exhibit. So
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Bernard. I'm John. Thank you.
nice to meet you.
I really enjoyed it, so
and
thank you very much.
Did you need your bag and book, or that was someone else's?
That's not mine.
Oh, okay.
I think I've got everything right here. Thank you very
All right,
much.
Well, enjoy.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Sorry. We got a sneak peek of the Eames exhibit. That was so cool. He let us in there. That was awesome. Chad, that was, I mean, the time capsule exhibit was, it was kind of meh. They didn't really, I feel like, tell the story that I wish I had gotten out of it. But we got a sneak peek of the Eames exhibit. I tried to give you all a view of everything I could before he shuffled me out of there. We'll have to go back there and check out that. If you don't know, the Eames are famous industrial designers. They created, they're known for their chairs, but they did all kinds of industrial design for manufacturing, and are world famous for both the aesthetics and kind of manufacturability of what they produced. So that's going to be really cool. We'll have to check that out. Recharging. Hello, recharging. All right. And I know I wasn't doing a lot of chat reading there. So I hope if anybody had any questions or comments they wanted to share, just please go ahead and repost them in chat if I missed it. No, I didn't mean to. So what I wanted to share, and what I was hoping would come out of the time capsule exhibit, was that the design was, first of all, for the Transamerica pyramid, was very radical for the time. It got a lot of feedback. And I think you saw that a little bit where people were very upset about the possibility of a huge building being constructed here in this part of San Francisco. And, you know, of course, like any radical idea, it attracts its fair share of negative attention. But also, San Franciscans have grown to love it and recognize it as a symbol of the city. The time capsule was buried when the building was built, and then in 2024, last year, when the renovation was completed, they uncovered the time capsule and they put it on display for everybody to see it. So I feel like that is a fun way to experience the Transamerica Pyramid. I'm really glad that that's open to the public. It's 7 days a week, and I think it was 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. So if you do happen to find yourself in San Francisco, you're looking for something fun to do while you're close to downtown, then this is a great spot to check it out. And it looks like that other event space that we got to poke our head into has various exhibitions that go on. The Eames exhibition is coming up, and that's going to be great. So this was cool. This was my first time in the Transamerica Pyramid, although we just went in the annex, but it was pretty great. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's get one last view of the Transamerica Pyramid before we go, okay? Oops. So there it is, rising up into the fog against the blue sky. You can see tendrils of coral wrapping around its spire there. And boy, that really is beautiful. Yeah, from Washington Street. That's a great point. Thank you, Zeb. You got to go around in behind. Bike Carriers, thanks for taking us. It was quite fun, but also makes you think. It really does. It really does. As history often does, you know? All right, so it's 2:20, and that means we're going to go back to the bike. If y'all recall, I think it was maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, we did a little vote about whether we would go to the Fisherman's Wharf and check out the sea lions, or we would go over to the baseball game and see what we could see. And on that stream, we decided that we would go over to the baseball game. And so today, we're going to use the rest of today's stream to go over to the Fisherman's Wharf and spend a little time with the sea lions. We'll see what we can see over there. I think that'll be fun. So yeah, that turned out to be, honestly, so much better than it could have been. I'm so glad that we went to the Transamerica Pyramid. I'm really glad that it was open and we were able to get in. So now all I have to do is get the keys to my bike off my keychain. All right, I'm going to get my streaming rig all attached to the bike now, and then we're going to go for a little bit of ride over to the Fisherman's Wharf. So forgive me while my camera work gets crappy. There we go. All right, I'm going to unplug you for a second, chat. I promise. We'll be right back. And if someone could please remind me to hit record, that would be great. We're actually just about to descend the Presidio wall. This is a massive... All right, I did it. I hit record. Now we just gotta slide the backpack in. Your mic is crackling. Oh. What do I do about that? Is it peaking? Hello, 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 hello. Seems okay. It might be a signal thing. Do you think Bernard judged us for wearing a helmet? He probably doesn't want to ask. He doesn't want to make fun of me if I have epilepsy or something. What a good guy. All right. That was pretty quick getting all that stuff set up. Don't forget to hit record. Okay, yeah, I did it. I got it. Thank you. Great job remembering to hit the record. Thank you. Sound is fine now. Interesting. I wonder what was up with it. Maybe it was the water. I find that was it when I was near the fountain? That happened last time I was near a fountain. It was kind of messing with the audio quality. Thankfully, I don't use the audio in my shorts. Bernard didn't seem like the type to judge. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Shadowbender. Oh, I need some water before we roll. Really beautiful. That was super nice. I'm really glad that we did that, chat. Bernard doesn't even work there. Zavaris with the raid. Thank you, Zavaris. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome to San Francisco, California. Zavaris, I hope you had a lovely stream, everybody. If you don't already follow Zavaris, go give him a follow. He's another bicycling IRL live streamer. Guy to give everybody a sneak peek. No, that was just for us, chat. It's because we're the Curious Crew. We get special treatment. Brian Kellingson, thank you so much for that follow. Welcome to the Curious Crew. It's good to have you. Welcome to San Francisco, California. We're here by the Transamerica Pyramid. We're actually just about to leave, though. That's the building that you see right over here. It is an iconic building here in San Francisco, the second tallest building in San Francisco. Completed in 1974. Did I remember that right, chat? And recently refurbished and reopened here. We got to explore the beautiful park behind it. We went into the annex, which is accessible off Washington Street, and found the time capsule and got to look through its contents, learn about the history of the Transamerica Pyramid, which was super cool. And next up, we're going to head over to the famous San Francisco Fisherman's Wharf, where we're going to go check out the sea lions and see what they're up to. Today's tour, as good as your park best and worst. Oh, awesome. I'm glad everyone's enjoying the experience today, because I am as well. I wouldn't do it if I didn't think it was fun, you know? All right, that is good. Slide this in. Boom. All right, is everybody buckled in? Buckle up, chat. We're gonna ride. Strap your helmets on. I mean, unless you're in a place that has good bike infrastructure. What's the best way? I think we want to take Sansome. That bike lane's both ways, right? I hope you have good gearing for the streets in San Francisco. It could be better, for sure. Do I want to go Sansome? No, I don't think so. Oh, it's Battery. That's my bike lane. I really like the Battery bike lane. And we'll make a left. I always wear a helmet. Accidents happen. Yeah, did you see? I wore my helmet through the whole Transamerica Pyramid tour. Just in case. Just in case. You know what I'm saying? All right, and it's kind of nice. This is a one-way street here, but we get a two-way bike lane. I love it. And this is one of my favorite bike lanes downtown. Who picked that green color for bike lanes? I don't know. That's kind of a weird question, right? Maybe we could meet them someday. That would be fun. Car in the bus lane? That's a thing. That's definitely a thing. Look, chat, the sun came out. It's so nice and sunny down here. Remember when we first started the stream, we were all foggy and cold? I don't know. Oh yeah, I can go. Cool. Bike will use pedestrian signal. That's what that sign said. At least in Argentina, they highlight the intersections with green too. I think there's a few bike lanes that are doing that in San Francisco now, but they haven't until recently. Another beautiful day in San Francisco. What's up, Dallas? I don't think I said hi yet. It is nice out today. I mean, I am wearing my heavier jacket. It's kind of windy. But I would much rather the weather be like this than it be like 95 degrees. AKA 31C. The red color in the Netherlands was chosen because it's the cheapest. And they knew they were going to make a lot of bike lanes. In the US, they're like, we should choose the most expensive paint possible for bike lanes so we have a solid excuse to not build them. Yeah, sorry, you got to use the paint that's $3 million a gallon. Otherwise, the bike lane's not legal and your city's going to get sued. I feel like I have a tailwind right now. Chat, I think we were over here before. I think we were over here. We did. Oh, when we rode with Jem on at Mac, we were around here. And I think when we were hunting Waymo parking lots, there used to be a Waymo parking lot around here. I don't think it's here anymore though. I do like the red color in the Netherlands. Oh yeah. The red color in the Netherlands is in the asphalt instead of paint. Yeah, I saw your video about that recently, Not Just Bikes. That's pretty cool. They actually pigment the pavement so the paint so it doesn't wear out over time. And how epic is that? Well, I think suddenly I found myself on a part of the bike lane I'm not supposed to be on. Was there a forced turnoff somewhere? Let's go back this way. How am I supposed to do this? Was I supposed to turn back here? Much more grip when wet, I assume. Yeah, I would hope so. The lanes get, or the stripes get pretty slippery. They must have had a forced turnoff like 3 blocks ago that I didn't see. Don't tell anyone, chat. Let's go this way. Leorker, thank you so much for that follow. Welcome to the Curious Crew. It's good to have you. Welcome to San Francisco, California. U-turn. Yeah. Whoops. All right, where's the next intersection I can cross at? Slow down. Sorry, there's a car speeding at me. I don't actually know which way to go. We're not lost. We're not lost, chat. Oh, there's a oh, you know what I got to do is take you over to a spot where there's a really nice view of the Transamerica Pyramid. Since this is a stream about the Transamerica Pyramid, I should probably get a view of it from further away. Zoom, zoom, zoom. All right, so Pier 15 and the Exploratorium is a nice spot to view the pyramid from, so let's do that. Breaking the law, breaking the law. Pff, no, how dare you accuse me of that? How dare you? Where's the wooden pier? Is that around here? I think it's back. Can I go here? Yeah. All right, we're gonna go this way because I want to get you all a nice view of the Transamerica Pyramid from further back so we can see what it all looks like. This is the Exploratorium. A great spot to bring the kiddos. The ABC News building, yeah, where we just rode is kind of all the like news and radio of San Francisco is like all clustered in that spot there. Kind of fun, you get to see all the TV trucks around. Pier 7? It said Pier 15 on the front. I didn't realize it was Pier 7. Oh, are you thinking of the wooden one? Is that Pier 7? I kind of want to go there, but I promised everybody that we'd go over to the Sea Lions. And if we go all the way to the wooden pier, then I won't have time to do both. So what I'm going to do is ride around back here and give you all a nice view. Oh, I love this spot so much. I come here a lot. And that's the Bay Bridge right there. Not the Golden Gate Bridge, the Bay Bridge. I know, right? What a beautiful view. The wooden pier might be Pier 7, yeah. All right, and here we go. We got a nice view of the Transamerica Pyramid here off to the left. Oops. No. Stop doing that, camera. We're not pushing the button that many times. Oh, gosh. There we go. Just tilt it up a little bit. Nice view. I know, it's so nice, right? Did Michael get arrested? Don't lie to our moderator, chat. We have an obligation to tell Poober the truth at all times. Poober, the truth is the security guard gave us a sneak preview of the Eames exhibit that's coming up. But he kept pronouncing it Ames? That was confusing me. But that's okay. There it is, Chad. There's the Transamerica Pyramid. Do you think I can point at it? Here, let's do. Let's see if I can get a shot with it. How did that turn out? Was that okay? You gotta do a YouTube thumbnail pic? Exactly. Looks like a palm tree. It's right next to the palm tree. I have standing orders to text Bike Pretty to use the money from the swear jar to bail out Michael if he gets arrested on stream. Oof, that swear jar. Got a lot of money in it. I wonder if I can fit through here. Yep. Look, this is a different shade of bike lane green. That was a fun shot. I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, I had to take a little bit of a detour, but it was well worth it. All right, chat, let's go over and see the sea lions now since we got some time. Ugh. I bet one of the time capsule letters said that the building gives satanic. We did not read all the letters. We were just there, yes. We're on the Embarcadero bike lane right now. To be honest, this bike lane is not my favorite, but I would prefer to ride in the mixed use path, not mixed use. Mixed use path to our right, which we are allowed to ride on despite looking like a sidewalk. But it's pretty crowded, especially on a day like today. Is it twinned with the Pyramid of Doom in Pyongyang? Yes. Pyongyang is San Francisco's sister city. What? Do you see that, chat? That was smooth. But curious, one of these days you gotta set the category to GTA RP. It would be a sweet joke. Well, I gotta do that when I get my third person camera rolling again.
And it's delicious.
Alright, we're getting close. Look at all the tour buses around. And another murder bot. I think that guy was talking to me the whole time he was riding. Couldn't hear what he was saying. He was super quiet. No idea what he was talking about. Alright, we're gonna go to the right. This way. We demand a second person cam. That would be like Poober running around following me, right? No, that's third person. No, it would be like if Poober had a camera and was narrating his experience of the bike carry stream, right? That's how it works? I don't know if that lady looked when she opened the car door. No way she looked. Not a chance. Not even close. Pardonnez-moi. Alright, so chat, I would love to take you out on Pier 39, but we cannot do that without a permit, apparently. I learned that because Roll Over Easy, San Francisco's community radio show, or one of them, they were out there recording a radio show, broadcasting that one day, and they got yelled at by the public relations people. They probably only noticed because it was the morning and no one else was there, though. I bet if I went by today, they wouldn't say anything. I'm just gonna sneak along here. We're almost there. We're just in full anarchy mode now. Can't fit through there. This way. Now this way. We're almost to my special sea lion viewing spot, everybody. We're almost there. These are all tourists, chat. That's what this area is all about. Let's go this way. Whee! I know how to find my way through. I got it.
Yeah, that's because usually they're up here on the little.
I can see the sea lions, chat. They're out in force. Ah, why did my iPad turn off? I will do all of the I will do all of the sayings but slightly wrong. It's good to see you. That's a good one, Poopy. Bick says it's not funny though. If Bick says it's not funny, it's probably not funny. Do you hear him, chat? I hear him. They're all barky. Let's get the shot. Oh, I might have to take the camera off the bike. It might be too low. Let's find out. No, it's not too low. Let's keep going. Just a little bit. Ugh. Or. They're hard to hear over Bick's whining. That sounds like a poober problem. Here, let's do this. And this. I'll just pick it up. Maybe I can do it without unplugging it. That's really what I like to avoid, is having to unplug it. All right, Chad, there's the sea lions. Let's get the zoom on. Ah. Look, it's like all the tourists are sea lions too, chat. It's all the wildlife that's come out in one spot. There are quite a few sea lions out today. That's actually pretty wild. Any pyramid views? Oh my god, yeah, actually. We'll be able to see it on the way off this pier. My favorite stream was when Michael handed out Coronas at the beginning of COVID. That was one of mine too, Poovy. That's never happening again, sorry. It's a family-friendly stream now, chat. I will not be handing out any free beers. All right, let's have a moment where we can just listen to the sea lions. They're so talkative. Oh, there's one lonesome sea lion over here. Where'd it go? There it is. See it swimming around? Oh, sorry. See it swimming around? It's like a Pokemon in real life. Oh, and it's gone. There's a few swimming around over here. Right there in the water. What? Pooper enabled emote only. What is going on in chat? Can we swim with sea lions? You probably could, but honestly, they're a little vicious. They're carnivorous. And if they're mad, you don't want to be in the water with them. Oh, I missed Michael's not safe for work era. I guess it was kind of not safe for work, huh? I was trying to keep chat quiet. Silence. I get you. Or of disapproval. Or. That's the best I got. All right, chat. That was fun. We should go take a look at Alcatraz now, right? Oh, I think one of them just sneezed. Bless you. So what pier is this one? Oh, that's a good question. What pier are we on? Your journey today had many porpoises. Did it have many porpoises? I feel like I don't know if we saw any porpoises at all. There are occasionally dolphins in the water though. So this pier doesn't have a number. This is called Bay Walk. We're on a pier called Bay Walk. So if you're in San Francisco and you want to see the sea lions but you want to kind of avoid the crowds a little bit, check your maps for Bay Walk, and that'll take you over to this spot. Also, if we look this way, you can see the Transamerica pyramid where we were earlier. Oh. It's pretty much dead ahead. Do you see it there? There's the Transamerica pyramid, Chad. It looks cool from this angle, I think. All right, let's go this way. Let's go check out Alcatraz. You can see it over here. That's true. You're not lying. Oh, chat's out of control. Wow, great pier view. Yeah, it is nice, right? It's a good spot. And it's nice. Like, I mean, honestly, Pier 39 does have a better kind of experience. But this one's good because you don't have to deal with the crowds. It's kind of like a little hidden gem here in the Fisherman's Wharf. All right, and there is Alcatraz because I know everybody in chat loves a little Alcatraz. Here we go. There it is out there in the middle of the bay, looming ominously. The map says Pier 41. Oh, weird. Pier 41. I'm gonna Google that real quick. Pier 41. Oh yeah. Pier 41. Pier 41 wooden pier. Okay, yeah, Pier 41 is good. It just didn't show up when I like zoomed in on us. It was labeled as Bay Walk. But yeah, if I zoom in, Pier 41 wooden pier. There you go. Alcatraz, home of the new Trump Hotel. He'll be living there for the rest of his days. All right, let's go over here and chill for a minute. We can get some nice views. Looking back at the city. Absolutely a nice spot to chill. And we can just chill here for a little bit. You can see the Ferris wheel over here. A nice activity if you're ever down here at the Fisherman's Wharf. I think I gotta be here. Ah, wrong one. A wheel made of lots of ferrous. Lots of magnetic components on one of those. Gotta drink a little water. You know how it is, chat. You gotta stay hydrated. Don't forget to stay hydrated, chat. What? How did I go offline? That's ridiculous. I don't know why that went offline. Cringe. So yeah, if you come here to San Francisco's Fisherman's Wharf, Pier 39 is what we were just looking at over there. And there's a bunch of restaurants and shops and all that other touristy stuff. Personally, I love going to the Fisherman's Wharf for one reason and one reason alone. There is a donut shop there. I think it's called Veronica's Donuts. I should validate that so that you can find it if you were ever visiting San Francisco. Donuts. Trish's. It's called Trish's Mini Donuts, and it's awesome. They have this little. They make little tiny donuts like this. I think they only do one flavor, which is like a cinnamon sugar flavor. And they have a machine that can kind of just continuously produce mini donuts. It like drops a little ring of dough in on one side, and it kind of like floats through hot oil and to a point where, and then it like flips it over and then floats some more, and then they, pick it up off the end and put it into a bucket. The amazing thing is that every single donut is fresh, hot and fresh, delivered to a little bag or a bucket, depending on how many you get. I can easily kill a bucket. So friggin' good. So every time me and the family goes down to the Fisherman's Wharf, that's what we're doing. We're going to Trish's Mini Donuts. And then, of course, there's tons of stuff over here. You get your chowder. You go over to Boudin, get some bread. Bowden, I don't actually know how to pronounce it. You do the Ferris wheel. You get some crab over there. You got it all. You know what I mean? So that's your day at the Fisherman's Wharf. Also, make sure to check out in Ghirardelli Square. Make sure to play Subpar Mini Golf. That's one of my favorites. But skip the Subpar Arcade. It is actually literally Subpar. Donuts support the Murder Machine Industrial Complex. I refuse to believe that. Donuts are too good. E-Boss, how are you doing? Hi, chat. Have a wonderful bike trip this sunny day. Sunny day, aka Sunday. Hey, I see what you did there. They're addictive, yeah, right, Trex? Or if you're Homer, right into the mouth at the end of the line. Oh, it would be so hot. I think he would do it though. I think Homer would still go for it. Chowder? It's Chowder. Chowder, I'll kill you all. Yeah, that's another good Simpsons. What's up, Fidel Cashflow? How you doing? Great gosh, how you doing? Sourdough chowder bowl. Oh yeah. Chef's kiss, delicious. Anything that floats down a river of oil getting deep fried sounds like something I need. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Nana Chunk. You're absolutely right. Never had a donut, or I didn't know it was a donut. So, what characterizes a donut? I think basically if it's a deep fried, it's basically a deep fried dough treat. And so even if it's not like donut shaped, which a donut, a nut means like a ring or something like that, right? It doesn't need to be a ring of dough that's deep fried. There's other kinds of donuts. Even like a funnel cake, which is just kind of like a pile of dough that goes into a deep fryer. Any kind of deep fried dough treat like that, I would think is a donut. Actually, there's probably a specific type of like dough. I mean, a funnel cake is made with batter, whereas a donut is made with dough. So that's probably a distinction. Is a funnel cake a donut? I mean, if you've had a funnel cake, I would say that's a step in the right direction. There it goes again. Yeah, there's boats. Ferries are coming and going here all the time. These the yellow and blue boats here, these are the San Francisco Bay Ferry, I think is what that one's called. And that one is the one that we take if we go into the North Bay by ferry, which we've done multiple times. We've never gotten on or off here at the Fisherman's Wharf. We usually do at the ferry building. It's a little more convenient and it's more transportation specific, whereas this is a lot of like touristy activities, people doing the touristy stuff. But that will take you across the bay. You can go to Marin. We've taken the ferry over to Larkspur before, so if you want to do Larkspur, Marin, I think Tiburon, all of those are the blue and gold ferries that take you there. And then there's another ferry line that also serves the San Francisco Bay Area, and that does all the East Bay destinations like Jack London Square or Richmond or Vallejo. Am I a donut? Is Bike Curious a donut? Is chat a donut? These are all great questions. Who in chat is deep fried? I thought it was made from funnel web spiders. Some of them are. The rising agent can be either yeast or baking powder. Okay, so it has to be risen. There are batter donuts and dough, aren't there? That could be. Me, one. Me, yes, good. Delicious. I always knew that about you, chat. Pier is moving? Pier is not moving. The water is moving. That kind of makes sense. Harder to separate fritter from donut. More likely the camera is waving in the wind. The camera is moving a bit in the wind. I'm noticing it's like got its lean on right now. I'm like, why is it leaning so hard? I don't like that. Fritters with jalapenos. So chat, it's only 3 o'clock right now, which gives us like an hour to get back to Dolo. I kind of feel like we should continue riding north. We're gonna do a pretty mondo hill climb up here to the north, but then we'll get a really nice view at the top of the hill. Oh, pelicans, wow, what a cool shot. I wish I could share that with you all. We're gonna get a really cool view for you to check out as we go by the Great Meadow at Fort Mason. We'll be over by Fort Mason. There'll be beautiful views there. And we'll do a nice leisurely ride across Polk Street to get home. I have seen videos of machines that make donuts and some come out of a funnel directly into the oil. Others rise for a time before going into the frying. Oh, interesting. Oh, where's Jandrulin? Ah. It is very windy out today, everybody. Ride west? Which way is west from here? That way? I guess it's kind of our only choice, right? Technically, you can't go north from there, only west. I see what you're saying. Okay, chat, okay. I feel like you should go down Lombard Street and make gang signs so people's vacation pictures have gangster bike carriers in them. I have to do that on the e-bike. Lombard is so hard to get to. It's west-southwest. That makes sense. Mostly west. Honestly, I would not have guessed that that direction is pretty much due west. Interesting. Palace of Fine Arts? Ooh. I don't think I can make it there in this wind. We should do another Palace of Fine Arts visit, though. I love that spot. I could do it if it weren't so windy today. Or if we were coming from the other direction where I have the tailwind. All right, let's get suited up, and we're gonna ride. Isn't the marina always windy? Yes. Yes, it is. You're absolutely right. That's why I try not to ride it going in this direction. I usually try to ride it going in the other direction so the wind is at my back. All right. Put the water away. Ow. I just punched the side of my box. It hurt. My frunk. The edges of the frunk could really use some finishing. Okay. Then this. Where's the camera pointed? Let's go a little bit this way. There we go. Quit hitting yourself, I know, right? Happens the same in Buenos Aires when I go close to the river, but it's also the nicest area to bike. That's the thing. Nah, San Francisco has many nice places to bike, so I don't need to go into a stiff wind in order to ride a nice area. But there is a certain circulation that's good. All right, Tower, we're going to get another view of the Transamerica Pyramid here. Maybe I should ride back on Columbus, because Columbus goes right past the Transamerica Pyramid, and we could get another shot of it. That would be good. That would be good for my short form content. Let's see. How do I get to Columbus?
I've been like perfect.
Oh yeah, I actually in that case wouldn't go all the way to Fort Mason. Columbus sucks to ride though. People are gonna get stressed about me riding it. Including me. Yeah, screw it. We got good shots. I liked it. What time is sunset today? Oh, great question. I think it's after 8 p.m. It is currently 3:04 p.m. here in San Francisco. So we still got a good amount of time till sunset. Need to make an arrow fairing for the frunk. Yeah, 100%. This bike is absolutely brutal to ride into the wind. It's so slow. So friggin' slow. Where's the co-host today? So, I know that Bike Pretty signed up to be the co-host of the stream, but she's actually kind of settled into a different role than I had imagined, which is fine. And she's taken on the role as a stream producer, which means that she's not often on camera, but she's been behind the scenes helping me arrange a lot of the different streams that we've done. And that's friggin' awesome.
Everybody please walk all the way up to the orange cones right now. It is officially showtime. All of you beautiful people, walk all the way in towards the orange cones right now. Let's go.
It's showtime.
You guys over here, we cannot block the walkway. Please come closer. You guys sitting down there, ladies.
All right, we're going this way.
Matching purple in the matching sweatshirt.
Ice cream. All right, dropping in. Zoom. Hype Boys in SF2. Is that what that is? Make her read the fine print. I think the fine print was, I don't care how you envision your role, you can do whatever you want. So, she did it. Mikey loves those. Oh yeah? This is always going to check them out. Donate some money. Sunset at 2026 here in SF. Wow, almost 8:30. The days are getting longer. That's nice. Speaking of the days getting longer and it staying light later, if you happen to be here in the San Francisco Bay Area the weekend of June 14th, I'm hosting a night ride. It's gonna be epic. My night rides are awesome. People love my night rides, including me. Meetup is at Dolores Park at 7:30 p.m. We roll at 8 p.m. sharp. And every rider will receive a cookie. Not just any cookie, an Air Many cookie. They're delicious, nutritious. They even have a vegan option. They may not be nutritious. So if you are here and you want to ride with us, please do. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to go this way. Will you have cones for the night ride? I will not, but if someone brings a cone, I wouldn't fight. The producer didn't make a command, that's true. I don't think the producer has access to do that. Oh yeah, for more details about the ride, make sure to join the Discord, !Discord and chat. Go to the events channel. I've got the ride poster posted in there. Or I do a lot of my outreach on Instagram. You want to connect, hit me up on Instagram, give me a follow. I got the ride poster there in the feed, and I'll be posting some reminders. I'll also have the route posted. I haven't publicized the route yet, though I do have one picked out. But that will be posted on Instagram and on the Discord. Was there a line at In-N-Out? Oh, I didn't even notice. I didn't check, sorry. There always is, come on. June 1st, June 14th. June 14th. Oh my God, what am I getting into? Riding over this hill sucks. It's so hard. And it's so windy. Hopefully the hill's gonna shelter me from the wind a bit. It's Flag Day, that's right, it is Flag Day. Is Flag Day always on June 14th, or is it always like on a Saturday? Pacific Highway Rentals. Now that's a lot of cones. Nivy with that tier 1 2-month sub. Thank you so much, Nivy. It's great to have you as a crewmate. So here is, this is the aquatic park here. Another beautiful section of San Francisco's waterfront. Just keep going north past, oh my God. Just keep going north past the Fisherman's Wharf area and you'll end up here. The real treasure is not the donuts in the loot crate. It's the calories we burned along the way. And the donuts. Where are we doing a beach day? San Francisco is not much of a beach town. Was that truck a murder bot hunter? Yes, it was. You could tell that it hasn't had any kills yet today because there were no stamps on the back, but when they get a kill, they put a stamp on the back where the tailgate is. It's pretty cool. All right, my nemesis is coming. We're gonna climb that monster hill right in front of us. At least the hills shelter us a bit from the wind. Noah Zark, thank you so much for that follow. Welcome to the Curious Crew. It's good to have you. Welcome to San Francisco, California. We just passed by Ghirardelli Square on our way to Fort Mason, San Francisco. We're gonna get some beautiful views on our ride back to the Mission District. Apple has a new show called Murderbot. Yeah, it's based on a series of books. I didn't come up with the Murderbot thing, and actually, people who are familiar with the Murderbot series, I think it is, they usually get mad at me because the story is about a murderbot that's reformed. And so they don't think it's fair that I use the term murderbot to refer to actual murderbots. On the left is previous park. Oh God, bumpy. Okay, here we go, up, up and away. It's so steep. At least it's steep at the beginning and not at the end. I'm fresh right now. No wind through here. I like that. We went to this park before. We did. You got this. Thank you, Thalos. Drag behind the runner. I just like use my grappling hook onto his pants. Toes me up. Whew. There's the top. At least it's a short climb. Just when I'm getting warmed up, it'll be over. Oh, the wind. We made it to the top. Let's enjoy the view for a second. Look, it's the Golden Gate Bridge. You can just barely see it. It's in the fog over there. The GGB. There it is, chat. Did that turn on? Yeah. Nice fog bank. Yeah, I mean, it's foggy, but it's not that dense. It's a little weird today. All right, onward. Let's do it. And hopefully we have a tailwind now for the rest of the ride. I'm done riding into the wind today. That's all we've been doing so far. Whew. All this dramatic zooming like 1970s cinematography. Yeah, that's funny. Is it stressful? I'm not trying to create drama. It's just I only have one zoom speed. It's vertigo? Oh yeah. How apropos. Alright. And then yeah, let's continue around this way. I think last time we rode through here on stream we passed our friend Michelle. Sunday social ride buds. Smooth sailing, yeah. Thank you, Governor. Thank you, Governor. You believe in us. We're still into the wind right now, but we're gonna take a turn now, very shortly. We're going to the left at the fork. I'll have to talk to with the producer to put together a movie location stream. That sounds fun. Yes, tailwind. Did you have a clip with Backwards Brian here? Yeah, I did. That's right. That top of the hill where we took a look at the Golden Gate Bridge before rolling out. Not literally, but I bumped into Backwards Brian up there, and he did some backwards bike surfing. That was so epic. It's got to be one of the more viewed clips on my channel. I've ridden with Backwards Brian a few times since then. I like that guy. He's super nice. I think he's on YouTube, so you can give him a follow there. We did cover one movie location live as it happened. Yeah, for the Matrix movie, that's right. We didn't get to see them actually film anything though, because the cops kicked us out. That clip is definitely one of my most viewed clips. If you look back at my clips, you'll see it. Bullet the movie or Bullet the bike? Star Trek 4 locations. A lot of the Star Trek 4 locations don't actually exist. I mean, I've never seen the movie, but the pictures that I saw in the Discord that people shared were literally just CGI islands and stuff like that. Bullet the movie, okay. The tailwind's nice going up this hill. I can dig it. I should take off my jacket. We're coming up. This hill climb here just keeps going. Inner Space was in SF? Oh yeah. Inside Out? Anyone see that Pixar movie? Slow down. Oh, they're from Arizona. No wonder. Thank you. Sorry, I was just kidding, chat. I'm wearing my Arizona jacket, you know. I thought there were some park locations. There could be. I've never seen the movie, so I don't really know. So the ones that chat shared with me were all fake. Maybe they were just trolling. It was probably Mike. Could filter list by movie type and do more than one stream? Oh yeah. You could do a whole stream on a movie. We did an entire stream on the Matrix 5 locations or whatever. A stream I've had in the backlog for a long time, but haven't done, is the Grateful Dead stream. I want to stream a bunch of locations that that are significant to the Grateful Dead. A classic San Francisco band. I had to take off my jacket. It's warm now that the sun came out, and I'm going to be climbing Polk Street. Kailani824, thank you so much for that follow. Welcome to the Curious Crew. It's good to have you. Welcome to San Francisco, California. Ooh, careful cars. We might smash into each other. There are Star Trek 4 locations that exist, but not all are in SF. I know one is LA, Griffith Observatory. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Everything is shot in LA, you know? So they'll say it's San Francisco, but it's actually LA. The Heartbreaker Kid starts in SF. Oh, cool. What's up, Eli? Oh, Eli Beats, what's up? How you doing? Chat, Eli Beats is here. Do you remember when we got shouted out by the band that was playing in Yerba Buena Gardens? That was Eli. He's here in chat. You gotta check out his music. It's great. A lot of you know my favorite genre of music is disco, and Eli has a lot of great disco tracks, so make sure to check out his music. He's on Instagram, SoundCloud. Eli, I don't mind if you post a link to your stuff in chat if you want to share. No pressure. Doing good. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you too. Yeah, the sun came out. And I'm glad, although now I'm all overheated from climbing hills. Whew, another hill climb, chat. Here we go. We got a few more to do before we get back to the mission. Did you play in this route? Yeah. The thing is, if you want to go north to south in the city, there's not that many routes, and you pretty much have to go over a hill if you're on the waterfront. So Polk Street's the easiest way to go. I wouldn't have normally done the Fort Mason thing though. Whew, there we go. Torture. San Francisco's really not that hilly. If you average the ups and downs, it's essentially flat. Is that true? I think riding in the city, you learn the flattest routes, you know? And unfortunately, I mean, Polk Street is one of the flattest routes, but that's just the way it is. Hey! We just got shouted out by a rando on the sidewalk. That's awesome. Yeah, Dirty Rat, you're absolutely right. Thanks for the shout out. Staying curious. Heck yeah, Eli. Bike Curious music video in production. Yeah. We're famous. Sometimes it does feel that way. Rando or a sniper? I think it's probably just someone who lives here is walking around. Who knows though, you know? All right, I should probably get that mulch pile prediction going soon, huh? All right. Let's do it. Oh, it's gonna take forever to load again. Sometimes it'd be like that. What's it doing? Yeah, predictions aren't loading for me right now. I don't know what's up with the chat. Predictus would load instantly, well, after the server boots up. I do miss using Predictus, but I didn't feel like it was fair to make you like keep that thing up and running all the time. Need me to start? Yeah, Pooby, if you could do the mulch pile prediction, that'd be great. I think 20 minutes would be perfect. Maybe 15. Do 15. Whew. All right, I'm not gonna make this late. It runs on Versil, so it should be up all the time. Oh, interesting. I thought I remember there being like a boot up, initial boot thing. Yes, thank you, Pooby. All right, chat, the mulch pile prediction is up. If you're new here, you don't know what the mulch pile prediction is, no worries. I don't know what it is either. But I will explain. Almost every stream we end in Dolores Park, and almost every time we ride through Dolores Park, we see a pile of mulch along our path. And for some reason, chat likes to place bets on whether or not that mulch pile is going to be there. Now, mind you, it's there 95% of the time, and it was there last week. But sometimes it's not there. And when it's not, fortunes are made and fortunes are lost. Not real fortunes, of course, just channel points. It was dwindling. It is dwindling. It's always dwindling. Whew, there we go. We made it to the top. Now we get to go downhill most of the way to the mission until we go to the top of Dolo. Oh, there's a hot cookie here now? Heck yeah, I love hot cookie. Down from its massive heights. Yes, the Mount of Mulch. Nope, no one's in the car. How does anybody who isn't a millionaire afford to live in San Francisco? That's a great question. Because lots of people who aren't millionaires live here. I personally lived under the federal poverty line for several years here, lots of years. And I didn't really save any money. But I lived a good life and was happy. I got a real job though, so I don't anymore. And the way you make it work is you get a rent-controlled apartment. A rent-controlled apartment is the key. And personally also, I encourage anyone moving here to try out the roommate lifestyle. I've had roommates in almost all the places I've lived. I like it. It's great. It helps expand your network. You meet new people, and it's a good learning experience.
Oh.
Hello.
Sorry, dude.
That guy just trolled. Also, another thing is you do not want to own a car and live here. A car will add significantly to your expenses. I've been car free since I moved here 15 years ago. Sounds great, TBH, yeah. You know, a lot of people tell me like, oh, I don't think I could like live in a dense place like that, or I don't think I could live with roommates, or I don't think I could make it work for me. You never know until you try. The thing is, stuff that brings you happiness, that helps you stay sane wherever you live right now, are not going to be the same things that help you stay sane when you move somewhere else, you know what I mean? If you are curious about a car light or car free lifestyle and you don't feel you can do it where you currently live, then you've got to move, and you got to let go of some of those preconceived notions about what it is that makes you happy, because you never really know what it is until you make a change and until you try. So I encourage anybody who's curious about this lifestyle to give it a try. Maybe San Francisco, maybe somewhere else. You know, there's lots of cities in the US that you can live car free and not be deprived of a fun, healthy, happy lifestyle. I encourage you to make a change and try it out. I think I need to go car free, and car is even in my name. I support you. Why was he looking the other way? I don't know. I don't know what was going on there. Let go of murder machine dependence. Yeah, exactly. You know, change is rarely easy. Change is rarely easy. But it's always a learning experience. Is living in a smaller city way more difficult, or for me, I'm a min-maxer, you know, like when I play games, I min-max. I try to optimize for specific outcomes. And that means I like the extremes, you know? So for me, density is an optimization, right? The more density you have in an area, the more options you have. You got more stores that have your special little items, and you've got more fun places to hang out with friends, and you've got even the possibility of making more friends. You've got more communities all just kind of interacting with each other so you can meet new people. And so for me, I'm just like, give me density, dense, dense, dense. I would probably live in New York if it weren't for me not wanting to be on the East Coast. But that's not for everybody, you know? What helped me kind of cut my teeth on the urban lifestyle was where I lived in college, which was just a small town. It was Athens, Ohio, which was mostly just a college town. It was like 20,000 students and then 20,000 residents. So not that big of a city at all. But it really changed my perspective on city living, and I think warmed me up to the idea of living in a big city like San Francisco. And I'm so glad that I made that change. I was a very unhappy and just kind of angry person all the time until I moved here, until I met people that were like me and that had, you know, that were weirdos. It was nice being in a community of weirdos, and I just don't think I would get that in a small town, you know? There might be another weirdo or two out there, but here I can show up at a bike party with 100 other weirdos and we can all just go wild, you know? Weather is nicer where you are. I do like the weather in San Francisco more than I did on the East Coast. It can be possible to go free in the suburbs too, if you're stubborn. Yeah, you have to be more self-reliant, you know? The suburbs is an isolating place to live. It's harder to build community there, and it's harder to access the resources of community building. There's that conversation about US third spaces. I think this is true in Canada also, where their third spaces are hard to find. And in the suburbs, that's especially true. But you can do it, and especially with a bicycle. A bicycle really makes that lifestyle possible. Here in San Francisco, I could be bike free if I wanted to, and I could still get around and do what I need to, because we have a great transit network. I rely on BART all the time already, and we have Muni and so many other options for getting around. So for me, a bike is even optional. But in the suburbs where transit's not as good, you definitely need a bike. I've been doing one car-free day a week. Wow, Poober! That's huge! Congratulations! I hope you're enjoying it. Third spaces? Yeah, so a third space is like, I mean, maybe it's a little bit of a dated idea now because of pandemic and a lot of different jobs moving to work from home or remote work. But it was the idea that your home is one place and your work is a second place. But then there's this concept of third spaces that aren't home or work, and they're where community is built. You know, they might be the local pub. They might be where there's chessboards in the local park where people meet. Or in San Francisco, I mean, we have tons of them in San Francisco, but one of my favorite examples is the skating spot where all the roller skaters go out and dance and hang out together in Golden Gate Park. So these are third spaces, and in the US and in Canada, our urban design really just doesn't take into consideration these third spaces. They're built on the idea that we live in these little suburban islands that we only leave to like go to work. It's kind of a bummer. For real, I don't even know why you own a bike. Yeah, sometimes I wonder about that, American. Really interesting that you say you were an angry person. You certainly don't seem like one now. Oh, well, that's the magic of being here in San Francisco for me, for sure. I live on a farm in Nebraska. I don't have a car. I just ride my John Deere rider mower 4.3 miles to the closest Dollar General. Good for you, Bick. I live out in partly farmland and towns with bike bans. Oh, bike bans, wow. Bike only is not an option, and there are no buses or trains, so car only, wow. In that situation, I would be moving, but I don't know what your situation is. Right on, thanks for the explanation. You're welcome, Kenkel. Ooh, we got the light. People are drinking less and becoming less religious. So there goes pubs and churches, which were the mainstay of third places. Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's 100% true. It is kind of a bummer that like alcohol or religion were the center of connection for so long. You know, I mean, religion's great. If religion helps you, then that's awesome. Alcohol, you know, I drink alcohol, but also I do know that any amount of alcohol is bad for your body. So it's nice to be able to socialize with people without having to go through those different media. Like, there's nothing wrong with your local Warhammer 40,000 meetup group, you know what I mean? I've never heard of bikes being banned anywhere. That's a foreign idea. Yeah, I agree. Bikes are in the Constitution. That would be nice. We have buses, we call them Empty Rider instead of Easy Rider. I mean, have you ridden them? A lot of people in the US characterize buses as things that people don't use, but a lot of times the people saying that don't have visibility into how they're actually used, and they actually do help quite a lot of people. And not only that, but at a cost that's far less than independent car ownership. Kreti Imn. Thank you so much for that follow. Welcome to the Curious Crew. It's good to have you. Welcome to San Francisco, California. We are on Market Street right now, on our way back to the Mission District. We got one more beautiful view for the day. We're going to be checking out Dolores Park. It's going to be awesome. Is that true? Don't doctors recommend one glass of red wine per day? Yeah, I think that's not a thing anymore. I think doctors have come around to the idea that any amount of alcohol is bad. And I recommend the song Quitting Prozac. I'm quitting Prozac to continue drinking, 'cause it's the only thing that keeps me from sinking. It's a good song. It's on my new playlist. I'm just gonna go straight. Alright, we're gonna do a little Valencia Street jug handle here because there are a bunch of dang cars. So I didn't want to do the lane change across the tracks. But we'll go this way. Once the light turns green, of course. Science in the past that suggested that there's something in the red wine that is heart healthy. The crosswalk's over there if you're wondering. That guy's like, it's right here. Oh, he's probably seeing the bike lane pattern thinking it was a crosswalk. Bicycle always follows traffic laws, yes. Don't forget it. Look, that person, speaking of following traffic laws, that person just ran a red light. You, stop. We're getting close. I wonder how much time is left on the prediction. Of course, it's not going to load for me still. It doesn't show me how much time is left on it anyway. Is that broken glass right here? Sure looks like it. That's no good. Fresh grape juice is 1,000 times better than wine. It's it's done? It doesn't show as done in my predictions is super broken for me. I don't know what's going on. 241 to 15. Wow. Imagine being a believer. Yeah, you're like risking it all for nothing. The purest drink on the planet is water. I almost exclusively drink water, but I also drink coconut water, which is like a magical elixir of the gods that will cure any problem I face. Clear cache? I mean, I'm in the iOS app. Maybe I could kill it and relaunch it. I'm a true believer. No mulch. Wow, that's bold. I mean, the pile was dwindling, but it was still pretty big last week from what I remember. Like, there were no debates on whether or not it was a pile. There was no question. Coconut water has an incredibly large carbon footprint. Really? Oh my gosh. Don't shatter my dreams like that, Vic. I'm gonna do a little research on that. I'm gonna find the one unpeer-reviewed paper that says otherwise, and I'm gonna believe that one. Darn big coconut, right? Great odds for no mulch, even if... I don't know what that sentence is supposed to read, but it's funny. I like the idea. We'll see. Might be and might not be. There usually is. I'll follow the bike signal. There is no ethical consumption under capitalism. Enjoy your coconut water. The phrase "there is no ethical consumption under capitalism" isn't intended to make all consumption okay. And I think the idea is that there is no ethical consumption, and therefore it's a good idea to consider all facets of your purchases.
That's so cute.
The University of Tahiti says otherwise. About the carbon footprint of coconut water? Is that because like coconuts are their number one export? That's why I steal most things. That's still consumption, isn't it? I guess it's not under capital. Yeah, it's still under capitalism because it's stealing. Without capitalism, that wouldn't be stealing. Zen Natural, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Curious Crew. It's good to have you. Wow, what's going on here today? SF looks comfy today. Yeah, it like cooled off and now it's warm again. I don't know. It's a nice day. Imagine thinking that more capitalism is the wisdom. Well, here's the thing, chat. I'm as socialist as anyone, but also I do recognize that we live in a capitalist society, and the capitalists hold the power. So sometimes in order to get basic necessities met, we do need to allow someone to get a little bit richer, you know what I mean? It's not my favorite, but like housing is a good example. Not all housing should be for profit, but I just don't see how we can build enough without it. So yes, I guess I'm a radical compromiser. Usually I don't get this political. Sorry, I'll stop. But remember, riding a bike is an act of rebellion. Jens Weedman, thank you so much for that follow. Welcome to the Curious Crew. It's good to have you. Wow, check out this art here. Welcome to San Francisco, California, everybody. This is a place where amazing art just crops up on a busy street. I don't even know how you do that. Cows are up there too on carbon, yeah. Cheese is one of my favorite foods. I know, it's brutal. Micro-revolutionary, yeah. Any act of rebellion, chat. It doesn't need to be a big act. Not buying a car is very anti-fascist. Car-free lifestyle. Is this something new that the no left turn signs also include the no U-turn? I think those were a vestige of the center running Valencia Street bike lane. I think they'll probably be changed at some point in the construction of the new side running lanes. Jimmy Beard Slam, thank you so much for that follow. Welcome to the Curious Brew. It's good to have you. Careful of the dump truck, chat. Those big murderous wheels have no mercy. It is stinky behind this dump truck also, or garbage truck. Not a big fan of that. All right, red light here so I can squeeze on through. I don't want to be behind this garbage truck anymore. We'll go this way. All right, chat, you promised me the prediction's done, right? I drive a school bus, and the elementary kids call these the poo trucks. Oh no. That's actually hilarious. They do smell pretty bad. Yes, done. Great. Thank you, American. It's safe to reveal. Submissions closed. Thank you, moderators. I appreciate you. All right, let's rock and roll. All right, chat, who's ready to find out? Is today a mulch day or a no mulch day? In just a few moments, we're gonna find out, for real. Chat, do you see what I see? Congratulations to the believers! There's a hefty mulch pile out there today. Hoover, if you could please confirm the existence of mulch. Thank you very much. Oh, and we got a follower. Cyber Stefan, thank you so much for that follow. Welcome to the Curious Crew. It's good to have you. Welcome to San Francisco, California. Welcome to Dolores Park. Thanks, doubters. Yeah. Now my children will never go hungry again. Or now my children will go hungry again. That's on you, Thalys. We try to tell you. AI mulch. Sorry, washable markers. The technology is there. We got to use it. Bet 21K, win 21. Good for you. All right, up, up, and away. Last climb of the day. Huh. It's really nice that my chain doesn't grind while I go up this hill anymore. What a good sound. Whew. All right. There's stage one.
I think if you're trained and they're not.
No e-bike today? Nope. The e-bike is down for the count. Needs repairs. It has been for like the last 2 weeks. It's been a tricky one to fix. Can we see the pyramid from here? Maybe. Let's take a look. Nothing better than the feel of a fresh drivetrain. I mean, all I did was lube it. I didn't really get any work done on it. It still needs more work. We can. Oh, sick. I can't wait. Oh yeah, it's officially the start of Pride Month. So, not so much today, but this month it's going to be nuts up here. Whew, here we go. All right, we made it. We made it. Oh yeah, and there's the Transamerica Pyramid. That's where we were today. Let's zoom in on it dramatically. Oh, come on. Where is it? Oh yeah, there it is. It's right. It's right there. Right there, chat. You see it? Right in the center. Thongs as far as the eye can see. Not today. Not today, chat. But maybe someday soon. It is Pride Month. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Bick. Yes, that's right, Oxygen. You're absolutely right. I did own a Bafang e-bike, and I annihilated it. So after breaking it and it almost killing me 3 times, I decided that I wouldn't ride it anymore. Sorry, I'll be right back. All right, welcome everybody. We are at the top of Dolores Park in San Francisco, California, and this is where we say our goodbyes. This is where we say our goodbyes. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. Today was an epic ride. We did something I have never done in San Francisco, which was we went into the Transamerica Pyramid. First, we checked out the grounds around the outside. Then we explored, including their cool like Redwood Park. The Redwood Park was super awesome. We then scoped out and found that we could go see the time capsule exhibit that's open in the annex of the Transamerica Pyramid, which is open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. You have to access it from Washington Street up a little squiggly path, but it is there. You can find it, trust me. Oh God, I'm just gonna step off the edge. And that was epic. We got to learn about the history of the Transamerica Pyramid, about how people at the time felt about its construction, and then ultimately enjoy the space that is now open to the public, or at least parts of it are open to the public. Then we went over and checked out the sea lions, which is something I promised that we would do on a previous stream. So we went and did that today. And we had an epic ride across the city, along Polk Street, over some hills. It was awesome. So thank you all for riding along with me today. I really appreciate that. What is the highest building there? The highest building in San Francisco is Salesforce Tower. It's the kind of rounded one, and it is the tallest building in the skyline that you can see right now. Behind me. That's no optical illusion. The one that looks the biggest is in fact the biggest. Thanks for the great ride today. You're welcome, Carsees. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. Do not hurt yourself. Yeah, I gotta stop pacing around while I'm standing here. Thanks again for the stream, even though I missed it. Oh, we'll have to watch the replay. Yes, so chat, if you missed some or part or all of today's stream, I've been producing like a 1 to 2 minute long video and posting it on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube as a short every single week after the stream. So follow on one of those platforms or join the Discord, !Discord in the chat, and I will post those links in the media share channel. So if you want the recap from today's stream, you missed the part in the Transamerica Pyramid, I will be putting together a little video on our experience of the Transamerica Pyramid. Those videos have been really fun for me to make, and I think a lot of people have enjoyed them. So it's another great way to check out the stream and get a quick recap from what happened. Thanks for the tour. I enjoyed it. Oh, I'm so glad, Geezer Man. Thank you, Thalis. All right, and I just realized I didn't do a behind-the-scenes shot of the bike. Whatever. We got to see it. Was the Coit Tower the tallest building in SF at one time? I mean, oh, maybe. That's a good question. Can we see it from here? I don't see it. I think it's behind some of these hills or buildings over here. Yeah, that's a great question. I don't know. That's Google worthy. It's bonus Michael for your busy midweek. Yes, Poover, great pitch. Thank you. All right, chat. Let's figure out who we're gonna raid. Of course, this isn't gonna load either. Let's see if it works over here. That works fine. Off to bed here. Have a nice day. Thanks, Jacob X. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi. I think the ferry building is taller and was the tallest building for a long time. Oh, interesting. Oh, John SF. All right, chat. I'm going to send you over to John SF. It looks like he's at some kind of pride parade today, so that looks like fun. Keep in mind, John SF is not a family-friendly streamer, so if you're here for the family-friendly content, you might want to go to another one of your family-friendly favorites. Otherwise, John is a great guy. Give him a follow when you see him. Tell him I said hi. If you're new here, I'm Bike Curious. I'm live every Sunday at 1 p.m. Pacific. That's 4 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. UTC. Hit the follow button. Come by, hang out with us again. Next time, we will be out riding the bike in San Francisco once again. We've got special treats planned for the whole summer. So I hope to see you later. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye. Oh, nice. Oh, Kenny.
Yeah.
That's you?
Yes.
All right, so I have to welcome you to the Curious Crew then. Kenny Bada B, thank you so much for that follow. Welcome to the Curious Crew. It's good to have you.
I got it in